News at 9.
Plus, his mother took him to church because she was afraid he was possessed by demons. Now she is dead and her son behind bars accused of murder. Coming up, a KRON 4 News exclusive report. Hearing voices, what really made him do the unthinkable in the next half hour. Hearing voices. The father of a teen accused of killing his mother speaks out for the first time since the crime. Why he says the warning signs were there before the tragic day.
Live from the Bay Area's news station, this is KRON 4 News.
Tonight at 9:30, a KRON 4 exclusive, Hearing Voices, the murder case that shocked the Bay Area. Tonight, the father of a teen accused of killing his own mother speaks out. And now, a story you'll see only on 4. It's a case that stunned the sleepy suburb of Danville, the boy who killed his own mother. After months of silence, his father has decided to open up about his son and the voices that told him to do the unthinkable. In this KRON 4 exclusive, Peter Mantas is talking to us in hopes that no other family will ever have to suffer what his went through. On Saturday in November, Dimitra Mantas took her son Andrew to church to see their parish priest. She was afraid he was possessed by demons.
And I asked him, he had some symptoms, what are they? And he said, I hear voices. Let us pray to the Lord.
Father Tom Paris said a special prayer for what even holy oil couldn't cure.
I realized this boy was in trouble and he needed some help that I could not give him.
On deliverance from evil to...
So then I advised them that they need to get to some doctor and that it's important they do it today.
The next day, Sunday, the mother took her son to see a doctor. The following morning, Dimitra Mantas was dead, and all Andrew could hear were the voices in his head.
Andrew, where are you? Andrew.
Police put up the yellow tape in this, the unlikeliest of neighborhoods. Deaths like this don't come here, and kids don't kill their mothers. But it happened in the suburb of Danville to the 43-year-old special ed teacher and divorced mother of 3. Her son, 16-year-old Andrew Mantas, accused of bludgeoning her with an aluminum baseball bat. And Andrew's father is left wondering where it all went so terribly wrong.
I never thought that my son would have done anything like this.
This is about as close as we can get. Andrew is behind the walls of juvenile hall for now, and there's no opportunity to interview him. Frankly, even if we could, we're not sure that it would even be coherent. Born in 1989, Andrew seemed like a happy little boy. His father took endless pictures as he grew up, played in the school band, joined the Scouts. He especially liked baseball. Then, Peter Mantas says, Andrew started to change.
There were things that were going on with Andrew that just didn't seem right. You know, he was rebelling against authority figures, wasn't doing well in school. He was actually getting involved with drugs as well.
This was one of the family's final trips together to a theme park. Even here in the happiest of places, the darkness was creeping in. Peter and Dimitra Mantas were married in the Greek Orthodox Church. They thought it would last, but it didn't. Their divorce both expensive and bitter. Accusations flew. Peter Mantas was slapped with a restraining order, barred from seeing his kids. Then, he says, he got these cell phone pictures from his daughter, afraid, he says, of her brother. Andrew was becoming violent.
I kept on saying to myself, how could I have dealt with this different if I was there?
Peter Mantas wasn't there when his ex-wife took their son to the doctor the day before she died, but he believes things might have turned out differently if he had. Then what happened?
He was prescribed medication, basically that is to eliminate stress. That, you know, I'm not sure if the doctor would have thought that the stress was bringing on the voices. I'm not sure what went on during that visit.
But all they did was just give him something to calm his nerves?
Yes.
When you're hearing voices...
They gave him Valium, Vicki.
Today, Peter Mantas believes his son wasn't just stressed out, but suffering from schizophrenia. He recalls seeing Andrew the first time after his arrest.
And I remember him just snapping his head to the upper left-hand corner of the room just really fast, and his eyes were just rolling around. So it was pretty...
He changed?
It was pretty challenging to be there, to see him in restraints, and to see how disturbed he was.
For Andrew Mantas, the descent into mental illness was a long, slow slide. Was it the drugs, the divorce, or was it the voices in his head? Andrew's lawyer is Daniel Horowitz, who took on the case for nothing. Horowitz's own wife, Valerie, was beaten to death by Scott Dulesky, then 16, now in prison for murder.
There is a young person who studied to be a serial killer, gloried in what he did, and then enjoyed looking at the bloody photos in the courtroom. And then there's Andrew Mantas, a kid who went to his priest with his mother, begged for help, went to the mental health professionals and was sent away. And then what he feared and what his mother feared happened. And there was just such a stark contrast that I knew that I had to stand for something, which is helping somebody like Andrew Mantas.
But the law sees Andrew Mantas in the harshest light. Dan Cabral is prosecuting the crime.
This was such an egregious case, and that Mr. Mantas just was not one to be afforded the protections of juvenile court jurisdiction.
Andrew will be tried as an adult for the crime of killing his mother. Housed for now in juvenile hall with teens who've broken into cars and pulled out guns, but none quite like the boy whose mother thought was battling demons.
Why is he there and not in a psych ward?
Well, again, I can't talk about him in particular. There are many kids in this state, not just this county, and many adults in this state, as you know, who are in prisons, who are there because of their mental illness.
Over the Labor Day holiday, after refusing to take his antipsychotic pills, Andrew tried to kill himself. Only then was he taken to a psychiatric facility, and then, according to this internal memo, only for a brief few hours before being sent back. To quote the supervising doctor, self-injury in custody is a custody management, not a psychiatric function. We do not, as a county, have capacity to acutely treat a mentally ill youth pending murder charges. It seems there is no room for the likes of a kid who hears voices.
Andrew, no, you can't. Andrew, you can't trust Andrew.
Peter Mantas is pleading with the mental health system to treat his son. He says the warning signs were all there, missed by family court, judges, and doctors. As for the future of Andrew Mantas, there is no trial date set for the crime of killing his mother. If you'd like to know more about the signs of severe mental illness and where to find help, you can go to our website at KRON4.com and pick up this Sunday's edition of the Oakland Tribune and Contra Costa Times for more of this special series of reports on hearing voices. We'll be right back.